The Spino Rex, aka Tyrannotor, has been added to Jurassic Live. I've been so excited for this ever since they teased it on their Twitter a little while back. A Spinosaurus T-Rex hybrid. What is not to love? And not only that, it combines the Rebirth T-Rex, the strongest T-Rex in the franchise, and the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus, the strongest Spinosaurus in the franchise. What is not to love? Two of the most beloved creatures and two of the most strongest, and they've now combined to make a hybrid. This thing better be destroying the arena, better be the top, better be on everyone's teams, you know. Now, it's not just Spinosaurus and T-Rex, it is also a combination of, you know, Spinotaur, which Utahraptor, and also Herrerasaurus. So you fuse Rebirth T-Rex with the Herrerasaurus hybrid to get it. I have actually saved up enough on my actual account for this hybrid, so I will be making a short. You'll see me unlock it and whatnot, and I'll probably recommend watching this video if you're not already watching it, which you should be if you're hearing me say this. Anyway, I really love this hybrid, not for just the fact that it's a Spino T-Rex hybrid, but also because my first ever toy, and I've probably said this a ton before, but I need to say it in this video, my first ever toy was a retro Spinosaurus. Now, if you know retro Spinosaurus, it didn't have the crocodilian snout. It was a T-Rex structured body with the Spinosaurus sail, and that's essentially what this is. That's why I was so excited for Beckel Spikes a long time ago, until it just didn't end up looking like Spino Rex at all. But this guy looks like it could be a retro Spinosaurus, and its skin even more. Although I do really like the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus style for the skin. I think that is my absolute favorite one. The red and everything is just absolutely perfect. I can't really say anything else. The Ludia team have cooked. And by the way, speaking of Ludia, thank you for letting me on the beta build to check this out. It was a very last minute decision because, of course, my content strategy for Jurassic World Live has more shifted to short form content, just because that is the angle of the game. But I was like, this hybrid really is something special to me just because of that toy I have. And I needed to make a long form video on it. I really felt like I need to. The people are gonna want to see this. This hybrid is amazing. Like, this should be in the movies. They should do a Spinosaurus T-Rex hybrid in the movies, you know, or at least one of the big main three, you know, Giga. They could do another. Could they do an Indominus Rex Spinosaurus hybrid? Could they do a D-Rex Spinosaurus hybrid? Who knows? I feel like we have a few more mutations in this trilogy. Mutants coming up, maybe. I reckon we'll see that. Speaking of, could we get a D-Rex hybrid in this game? If we do, I reckon they'll fuse it with Mutadon just because those two are lacking hybrids and they're perfect for each other, you know, the two mutants. And if you remember way back, we had the Mutadon original concept art revealed and it looked much more D-Rex-like with multiple limbs. So maybe if you fuse D-Rex and Mutadon, you get that original Mutadon concept of the kind of fusion of them. So we kind of already know what a D-Rex Mutadon hybrid would look like because we've gotten that before. But, oh my gosh, just look at Tyrannotor destroy the battle. Anyway, we're going to use Rebirth Quetzalcoatlus as well a bit, and we'll check out the AR later on for Tyrannotor and Rebirth Quetzalcoatlus and Tyrannotor's skin. It's a pretty cool green skin that reminds me a lot of my toy because my toy is green. I'll show it off in the video, don't you worry. But I did want to check out Rebirth Quetzalcoatlus. I kind of skipped making a video on it. I didn't even make a short, unfortunately, just because, you know, I think the Rebirth Evolution DLC had recently came out. I was like, well, people have already seen it in the game, you know. I'm not entirely hyped for it, but now that I'm seeing it for the first time, they've given it a whole new animation, which is amazing, you know, and it's ginormous, although I feel like it's a bit too big, but I still love it. It's really cool. The patterns on the neck, they look almost bioluminescent. I don't think they are, but it's cool to see. It almost looks like they're moving. I don't know if it's because the creature's moving around, the lighting's changing, but oh, the neck streaks are just genuinely beautiful. The face of the creature, the colors generally help it stand out. I don't think I've ever loved Rebirth Quetzalcoatlus this much because I've always stated I prefer the Dominion Quetzalcoatlus over the Rebirth one. I'm not the biggest fan of Rebirth Quetzalcoatlus. It might have been one of my least favorites from that movie, just because I feel like it should have been a Thanatos Draken, as they said in the script. But of course it makes more sense. They wanted the biggest creatures of land, air, sea. So, but still. Now, I really, this is why I appreciate games like Jurassic Alive, Jurassic the game and stuff, because you get to spend more time with creatures. Like Mutadon, for example, I hated that in the movie. I was like, why am I watching this? You know, I couldn't appreciate in the movie, unfortunately. I was like, I just want to see the Derek, show me the Derek, show me my Spinosauruses. I love them. I don't care for Mutadon. But then, because these games help you get to spend a lot of time with creatures compared to like 5 minutes of screen time in a movie, you get to spend months or a month or so, a couple of weeks with these creatures, and you get to genuinely appreciate their models and how they look. And I love Mutadon now. So thank you to this game for helping me to love the Mutadon and the Quetzalcoatlus as well. I love all the Rebirth things. It's so awesome. And thanks to Rebirth, it has spawned this beautiful creature, the Spino Rex, as I like to call it. I feel like that was a more, you know, makes sense of a name, because Tyrannotor, it's like the, I'm not sure where, does Tor come from the Spinosaurus? It's not Herarosaurus, definitely. I think it's Spinosaurus, but it doesn't make too much sense if I'm being entirely honest. But still, at least they kept Tyranno in the name. You know it's a tyrant. And I hope you guys like my little captures I made. I grabbed the Rebirth T-Rex head and put it on the Spinosaurus JP3 body. I was like, that's kind of what this is, but with more detail in it. So, kind of have a toy to compare it to. There you go. And just look at all its animations, how it eats the goat, throws the tire. We will be looking at the green skin. Let's have a look at it right after it does its little roar here. The green skin. Whilst I do prefer the red one, as you can see, there's my retro Spinosaurus toy from all those decades back. Here it is next to it. The blue head, I do like. It's, you know, multicolored, but I feel like I'd love to have seen it fully go green like my retro Spinosaurus. But of course, I don't think Ludia really knows I had a retro Spinosaurus, so this was just genuine luck they made this skin. And it's just childhood complete. It's like, oh my gosh, we've come full circle. My childhood dinosaur is in a game. It's so awesome, you know. And then of course, to finish things off, we're going to take a look at Rebirth Quetzalcoatlus. I do think the neck bit is a bit weird. It's got a bit of like a chunky thing here, you know, on the, and then it's got a really skinny neck. Because if you look at my toy, it doesn't have that. It just has the straight neck and then to the head. So that's the only thing off about it I don't like, but I do love the rest of it, the whole new animations. Look at this, it even eats it like it's eating Leclerc in the movie. That's just so awesome. Ludia have cooked with both Quetzalcoatlus and Tyrannotor, the new Rebirth creatures of 3.21. Watch above and I'll see you later. Bye everyone, bye bye. I'll see you all later.